Hey, hey, here I am again, twice in one day. Look, even more ruddy faced. Can you believe it is still frickin' snowing? I was just out there shoveling again. And I don't know, there's more than 20 inches here in my place. I don't know how much we're supposed to get. But anyway, you can tell I'm bored. I'm doing another one. Okay, I think you'll like this one. This one's a little shorter, but short but sweet. I think it's still a pretty good one. So I'm going to call this one the Captain's Catch, or I need a wire brush to scrub that out of my brain. Okay, what's that all about? Well, I told you I've had a lot of people that have been cooperative. Man, back when I was in graduate school, I did a whole series of pictures called The Captain's Catch. So I found the perfect captain. Let's take a look at the captain here first. Got to give you a little background on this. Here's the captain. He went to grad school with me. He was an amazing looking man. He was big. When I tell you he was big, he was big. Sean big? Maybe even a little bigger. So this guy, he was really something. Big beard, very cool, very cooperative, excellent photographer as well. Anyway, did a whole series of him as the captain with kind of women wrapped in fish skins, did this whole sort of mermaid vibe. Let's look at a few pictures of these, some that I thought kind of worked. Here was one that worked, I think, from the Captain's Catch. And if you can see it, it is a mermaid woman, and she is in a bed. She's tied down. She's wrapped in fish skins. There's actually a cat eating the fish skins off of her. This was supposed to be the captain's bedroom. So I think you can kind of get a vibe. It's got kind of a bad highlight on it, but I think you can get a vibe of what it was. So anyway, this was early on. I didn't have very much budget. I knew that I wanted to photograph in the water and I wanted figures in the water, but I didn't have what it took. So I used a bathtub. Well, as I told you, this guy was a big boy. And I think if you see a few of these images, you will get the idea. What I wanted was the captain in the water with his mermaid. So here's the image. And you know what? It's not very good. I guess let's see. Let's call these pictures that really didn't work. How about if we call them, seeing as this is called putafishinit, let's call them the ones that got away. Well, this is one of the ones that got away. Here was the captain. Here was the model in the tub. What's very obvious, it's a bad angle on her. This was a very, very attractive woman. Bad angle on her. Not the best image. But let's look at what it really looked like in the scene. And this is what's kind of funny. Look at these. First off, here's the captain in the tub. So can you guys get an idea from this? I guess you can, of just how big a man he was and how small this actual tub was. It was pretty small. It was in the gallery in grad school where we took classes and whatnot upstairs. So here he was in the tub. Well, here are the two of them in the tub. And I mean, when you look at it, you can see they were literally entwined and on top of each other, basically. There was very, very little room in the tub for any water. Here's another view. Again, I think you can get an idea of the girth of this gentleman and the size of the two of them in this tub. So as I say, this is one of those ones that just plain didn't work. But the story about it is kind of cool. So look, here is the space. I don't know if you can pre-visualize this, but it's on the second floor bathroom, and there's a staircase. And the staircase has kind of a little level, so it's almost like you walk up 4 or 5, then there's a little level, then you walk up 4 or 5 more. Well, if you're standing at the right spot, you can look up the stairs and see directly into the bathroom. Well, anyway, I'm doing this, and I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm doing this at night. I've got these two people there. Well, I figured I'll be all right. Nobody's going to come through. Well, I didn't figure on the security guard. He came through, no problem. He left. I knew when he was coming. I had everything set up. He left. I didn't figure on the janitorial staff. So anyway, here's the situation. They're up there. I've got the big model, him, in the tub, and the female model is helping me to put little fish in his beard. So she's completely naked at the top of the stairs. I hear these door and I figure, just keep working. Anyway, I can hear these people talking and whispering. And, she's standing at the top of the stairs. And once I figured out she was nude there standing at the top of the stairs, and these two could see her and were talking about her, I moved her. But for a brief period of, 30 seconds or so, there she was. Anyway, I can hear this guy going, "Oh my God, she's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. Oh, you've got to see this. She's completely naked." Anyway, he's telling this guy. And his other guy, he can't see. He's not quite at the right angle to see where and he's describing her. She's got long blonde hair. She's perfect. Da, 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 da. Anyway, at this point, I move her and she gets out of the way. And the guy that's in the tub can hear something. And he's like, "What's going on?" So he manages to get himself up out of the tub. And by that point, he is nude in the doorway, and she is completely out of the way. Anyway, he's saying to the guy, "You got to check this out. You got to see her. She's a goddess. You got to see her." So he's like there, and now the second guy who hasn't seen it, now it's his turn. So he's peeking around, and what does he see but the giant model? And there he is, and it's all hanging out. And I can hear him screaming at this guy, "You dirty SOB, you told me she was beautiful. It's some man, and he's enormous." And he says, "I have seen everything." He says, "I'm going to need a wire brush to scrub that out of my brain." So, there you go. There's a short one. Again, I need a wire brush to scrub that out of my brain. All right, guys. See you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.